Well, hello everyone. Good afternoon. This is Bethany with the March for Life. We hope that you're having a great day. We hope that you enjoyed the Facebook Live videos that we did in January, leading up to the March for Life, helping you to get prepared for your trip, sharing social media ideas. Thank you to all of you who watched them. We also recorded all of our conference sessions, our youth rally, and then the rally and portions of the march as well. So thanks again for those who watched those. If you haven't had a chance to watch them, they're still on our Facebook page, so you can go back and take a look at them and share them with your friends and family. So today is International Women's Day, and we are sharing the message that pro-life is pro-woman. I am here at Voice of Hope Pregnancy Center in Marion, Ohio, with the executive director. And so, Barbara, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, hello everyone. My name is Barbara Mills. I'm the executive director for Voice of Hope Pregnancy Center in Marion, Ohio. We also have a center in Crawford County, Ohio, and in Wyandotte County. So thanks for having me today.
Well, thank you, Barbara. Thanks for joining us.
So exciting.
On International Women's Day, it's important to share this message that that pro-life is actually pro-woman. There's a lot of messages coming from society, coming from other organizations that that abortion is something that women need. Women don't need abortion. And just to be clear too, your doors are open today, right?
Our doors are open, and we have ladies out there serving women and answering the phone, and yeah, we're open today.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's the case for pregnancy centers all across the country. And that's an important point. We're here at Voice of Hope today, but Voice of Hope is just one of the thousands of pregnancy centers all across the country, serving women, serving babies, serving children, families, saving lives all across the country. So we thank you for being here, and we look forward to, we're going to talk a little bit more with Barbara about what she does here, what Voice of Hope does. The first thing I want to start off with, though, the March for Life, it's been, gosh, 6-7 weeks now. Time flies. We want to make sure that you are able to stay involved with the pro-life movement each and every day. The March for Life, that day is so important, but we have to go back home to our communities and get involved. So each month, we are going to send you 3 action items that you can do to make a difference for the pro-life cause and in your community. If you go to marchforlife.org, you can sign up for those email updates, text message updates, so you get that each month when we send it to you. So the first item we have for the month of March is today is International Women's Day. So like I said, we'll be talking more about that with Barbara. The second item is that there's a big battle happening on Capitol Hill right now. The Supreme Court has a vacancy, as you I'm sure know, due to the untimely death of Justice Scalia last year. Thankfully, President Trump has nominated a judge who is very much in the mold of Justice Scalia. And the March for Life is fully in support of Judge Neil Gorsuch getting confirmed to the Supreme Court. You can go to our website, read a little bit about him. He has been involved in some cases involving life and conscience protection. He's ruled in our favor, so we're thankful for that. He's written on the topic of assisted suicide and euthanasia and how every life has human dignity. So we need each and every one of you to call, contact, email your senators, and let them know that Judge Gorsuch should be confirmed to the Supreme Court. It's very easy. You go to marchforlife.org, the Take Action section, just put in a little bit of information, and you can send that message off. Barbara, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Have you done that yet?
Oh, absolutely, I have. It was very exciting to do. Just as Bethany said, I got online, pulled it up, put my information in, and sent a letter saying that I would really like it if my senator would support Judge Gorsuch to be in office. And it was really exciting because it didn't take long. I got an email saying, yes, in fact, that my senator will be supporting Judge Gorsuch. So it felt awesome to know that I was a voice that could be heard. And that's what we want to let you guys know, that you are a voice that can be heard. You just have to say something, and you have to do something. And I am so thankful, Bethany, that you guys make it easy for us. Not everybody knows what action to take, what steps to take. And if you just stay plugged in, and that's what is so important, is that you stay plugged in and that you get involved and that you be a voice. And it was exciting to get that email back. You know, it did not take long at all.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you. thank you, Barbara. Thanks for doing that. Each and every one of you can do that. Like I said, go to marchforlife.org and then the Take Action section. It really doesn't take much time at all. The message is already written for you. You can edit it if you'd like yourself, but it's very easy. But it's absolutely critical. This is going to be a very tight vote in the Senate. So there are a couple of senators that need to be pushed and that need to be persuaded. So your voice is needed. So thank you for doing that. Encourage your friends and families to do that as well. Our third action item for the month of March is World Down Syndrome Day. So World Down Syndrome Day is coming up March 21st, so in a couple of weeks. And here at the March for Life, we believe that every life is a gift. No matter who you are, where you're from, the circumstances of birth, you have inherent dignity and value. And that absolutely applies to babies that are born with Down syndrome. Every abortion is tragic and very sad. For babies that are diagnosed with Down syndrome in the womb, the abortion rates are as high as some studies show, 85%. That is just horrific. We want those statistics to be reversed. We want society to realize that no matter who you are, including if you're an individual with Down syndrome, you have value, and your life is worthy of being protected. In some European countries, they're making it a public health policy to essentially get rid, as some of the phrases they use, to get rid of Down syndrome, which is tragic. So later this month on World Down Syndrome Day, we're going to be asking all of you to help us share this message. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, so back to today and our first action item. Today is International Women's Day. So if you're just joining us now, thank you for watching. This is Bethany from the March for Life. I'm here with Barbara, the Executive Director of Voice of Hope Pregnancy Center in Marion, Ohio. And Voice of Hope is one of the many pregnancy centers all across our country that are serving women, serving children, families, each and every day. Their doors are open today, and so I want Barbara to talk a little bit about what you do here and the services you provide.
Well, thank you, Bethany. We are definitely pro-woman. What we do here is we like to partner with women. We are a pro-life organization that, yes, we encourage women to choose life. We do give them information and let them know what they're facing and what their challenges could be in the future. But when we're consulting with a woman, we would like for her to choose life, and we give her all the information that we can, but then we also agree to partner with this woman. We don't just want to talk women into having babies and leave them at the door. No, we encourage women to choose life, and then we vow to help them. We're going to help women plug in and give them parenting education classes. We have ladies ready and gentlemen ready to offer mentorship and to be there with them and give them the support and maybe even sometimes just a shoulder to cry on. And then we also have resources for the women. And if you look around, the room that we're in right now is our boutique. This is an area where the ladies can come in and use the baby bucks that they've earned from coming to see us and taking classes. They can use their baby bucks to purchase items that they need. If they need diapers, wipes, formula, a crib, pack and play, swings, whatever it is that they need, it's important to us that we try to provide that. Our goal is to offset that anxiety that women are faced with when they're experiencing an unplanned pregnancy, and let them know that we're not only trying to get the baby born, but we care about that woman, and we care about helping her and being there with us. And that is the main thing that we try to focus on here at Voice of Hope Pregnancy Center.
Wow, that's absolutely beautiful, and just thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you. If you volunteer or work at a pregnancy center around the country, thank you for what you do. These centers are so important, and as she stressed, they're serving women, they're saving lives, serving families, serving the community. Society wants to tell us as women that we need abortion, to succeed, that to pursue our education goals, our career goals, anything else in life, that if an unexpected pregnancy happens, then abortion is the answer, that we are not strong enough, or that it's like birth control, or it's just actually Planned Parenthood was recently tweeting about it, and it's just a service that women needs. Abortion is not just a service. Abortion takes the life of an innocent unborn child. 58 million abortions have happened in our country since 1973. That's a generation of people and ripple effect of so many other people that we are missing in our country. Since it's International Women's Day, we're talking about women and girls. If you kind of cut that in half, about 50% of those babies were probably girls.
Right.
So that's somewhere around 30 million unborn baby girls who have been lost in this country. It's absolutely tragic. And not only that, but abortion harms women. It's not good for women. Women are strong.
Right.
We can overcome our circumstances, and I'm sure you've probably seen many situations and stories of that here at Voice of Hope.
Oh, absolutely. And I've heard you even make a comparison that women will say, well, I'm a lawyer, I'm successful because I had an abortion. That is so incorrect. I've talked to a lot of women that said that, I was a teen mom. I got pregnant during college, and this made me grow up. My child actually made me to step back and take a look at myself and the path that I was going, and it got real fast. And I've seen a lot of mothers say that if it weren't for the fact that I had my child unplanned or early, I wouldn't have been so successful. So that really kind of debunks the notion that women are powerful because they're willing to abort a baby so they can get the degree they want, or become a lawyer or a doctor. That doesn't make sense, because a lot of women have spoken out and said, no, had I not had my child when I did, I would have been distracted. I would have been studying anatomy and physiology. I would have been looking at the boy across the room, or partying too hard, or being more concerned about my social life. So many times that we see that is not the case for women. And I have to say, we're stronger than that. If you as a woman, if you want to say, I want to empower women by telling them you're not strong enough to handle an unplanned pregnancy or a situation that you weren't prepared for, that is so far from the truth. We are strong, and not only are we strong because we're women, but we also, a lot of us have a support system. And women who do not have a support system, that's where the pregnancy centers step in. And we like to connect with women who say, I'm all alone. I don't have the resources I need, and I don't know how to be a parent. And that's where we need these pregnancy resource centers that will have a team of men and women that want to partner with these ladies and say, you're strong. You can do this, and we want to help you. So it's not about a woman being so strong that she chooses abortion. A woman that is truly strong is the woman who chooses life and says, I can do this. I need to grow up. This got real.
Absolutely. Wow. So well said. And if you're listening and I don't know, maybe you are in a situation where you are facing an unexpected or unplanned pregnancy. We just want to encourage you that as Barbara said, you are strong.
Absolutely.
You can do this. There are people that will support you and love you. Go to optionline.org, type in your zip code, and you'll find a pregnancy center that's close to you, and give them a call, and they will come around you to support you. You can do this.
Yes, absolutely.
Life is the empowering choice for women. It's a beautiful thing. And so on this International Women's Day, we're just so happy to be here and to talk with you and share that pro-life is pro-woman. We hope that you will join with us in sharing this message as well. And so one last thing on your center here. So you really rely on volunteers and individuals to make this center run, correct?
Oh, absolutely. We do not depend on federal funding. We depend on businesses, churches, and individuals who believe in what we are doing and want to stand behind us. But then that's great that we have that financial support, and we need that. But we also need the manpower that we have. We have an incredible team of men and women that show up week after week and serve here, not asking for anything in return, but they just want to serve and help the women of their community and the families of their community. And I can tell you that all pregnancy resource centers across the USA need people to step up and say, how can I help? I might not be strong enough or brave enough to talk to a woman who's thinking about abortion, but there are things I can do. I can answer the phone. I can pack diapers. I can sweep a hallway. There's many ways that you can help your pregnancy resource center. We've all been born with different gifts and talents. Don't be ashamed or afraid to come to somebody running a pregnancy resource center and say, I can paint a wall like nobody else. You know what? There might be a wall that needs to be painted. So just to be a voice out there for everybody, we need all the volunteer help that we can get at pregnancy resource centers.
Absolutely. So I guess perhaps we have a fourth action item for you this month.
Yeah.
Find your local pregnancy center,
Yes.
give them a call, offer to volunteer or to support them in whatever way they need. These pregnancy centers like Voice of Hope are just doing incredible work to serve women, to save lives, to serve children, babies, the community, and they need all of our support. Because building a culture of life is not just a once a year thing.
Yes.
It's each and every day in and day out. All of us need to be joining together in our own ways. You know, every person isn't going to be able to do every single thing. We each have our gifts and talents, as Barbara mentioned. But whatever it is, find that thing that you can do. We talked about at the beginning of this video some 3 specific things that we're sharing with you that you can do this month. Share that pro-life is pro-woman. Today on International Women's Day, contact your senators to urge them to confirm Judge Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. And then later this month, World Down Syndrome Day is coming up, and we kind of created a 4th one as well. Get involved with your pregnancy center. This work takes all of us each and every day.
Yes.
But we hope that you were inspired to do this work when you came to the March for Life. That's a big part of the March for Life. And so, Barbara, I wanted to ask you, you came to the March for Life for the very first time this year, correct?
Yes, I did. That was my first time. It was wonderful.
Well, tell us a little bit about your experience and, I don't know, how you were inspired.
Oh my gosh. I absolutely loved being there. I never expected to feel the energy that I felt when I went to the March for Life. Number one, I became more patriotic. As a pro-life believer, going to Washington, D.C. was just, the atmosphere was wonderful. And during the march, it was such a peaceful event. And that was surprising because I didn't know what to expect. My family didn't know what to expect. And some even said, oh, you don't want to go do that. But I felt so safe and it was so peaceful and the atmosphere. But what I can't get out of my mind is you guys know that when you have a pro-life stance and belief and you share it within your circle, whether it be on Facebook or your friends and your family, you're going to get some pushback. You're going to have people that'll rise up against what you're posting or what you're saying, and negative things will come your way. And sometimes we feel alone in what we believe and what we're standing for. At March for Life, I didn't feel alone. I was with hundreds and thousands of people just like me, all ages. It was miraculous to see the teenagers and all the way up. I saw an elderly couple with a cane walking with us, and to me that was so inspirational and so sweet because these people have probably been marching every march that they've had, and the entire experience was just inspirational for me to get involved. But the biggest thing that I remember, well, not the biggest, but with all the people there, I felt supported. I didn't feel alone, and I feel like those people are still with me today.
Exactly.
But when we were at the rally, they filled the stage with a panel full of congressmen and women that were there to just show us and illustrate how many people that we have on the Hill that's on our side. How many government officials that are there that need our support. They need to hear our voice. They don't, and this is something that I learned, they don't only need to hear us say, we want you to vote pro-life, we want you to, accept Judge Gorsuch, but they also need to hear us say thank you for supporting pro-life. And it was just such a wonderful atmosphere and peaceful and life-changing. And I encourage everyone that can, you have to come next year. I think we could double in size.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Yes.
I would just love it. So you have to come.
Yes, we would love that. You've got Barbara's invitation now.
Yes, come.
We affirm that. It really is an incredible day.
Yeah.
And if you weren't able to be there, you can go back. You can watch the rally. We've got the video. We also have the videos from our conference, which is the day before the March for Life. I know Barbara attended that, and that's some great training sessions that you might want to go back and watch as well. So we encourage you to watch that. The last thing before we sign off, you really kind of embraced the social media activism at the March for Life, right? So
yes,
you did a great job. So share how you did that.
I have to confess, I've never hashtagged before. I was still calling it the number sign. It just wasn't something I was interested in doing, and we were encouraged to, hashtag this and hashtag the March for Life. I don't remember. I wrote it down and I made sure that I did it. I did that hashtag the entire time. I was a hashtagging queen. Everything I did, I was hashtagging. And for the first time ever, I pulled up my phone because of the atmosphere, and I was so excited. I grabbed my phone and for the first time ever went Facebook Live. I had never done that before until I had experienced the March for Life rally and the conferences, but it was really neat to actually come out of my shell. And now I went to a Planned Parenthood rally a month ago, and what I do, I grab my phone, I started hashtagging and Facebook Living, and that's what we need to do, because we're not going to get the media coverage all the time that we want. So if we grab our phones and we get that voice out there, it's just really an awesome experience.
Well, good job.
Thank you.
That was awesome. You
Yeah.
did a great job, and so many of you did as well. So thank you. The March for Life was trending on Twitter. It was, I think, it was trending on Facebook as well. So social media really is an amazing tool that we can use as pro-lifers to get our message out there. So we hope that today you'll join us on International Women's Day. Help us to share the message. Pro-life is pro-woman. Go to our website, check out the 3 action items we have for you this month. Together we can get our message across. We can share the message that abortion harms women. Abortion harms our society. It's taken the lives of 58 million individuals in this country since 1973, and we want to see an end to it. But we have to do it together. We have to do it in our culture. We have to do it. We have to encourage our legislators to push in that direction as well. And each and every one of our voices is needed. So Barbara, thank you for being here with us today.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, really enjoyed learning about Voice of Hope, and just thank you for what you do, and thank you to all of you out there who are involved with pregnancy resource centers. You're doing amazing work to serve women and babies and families, so thank you. We hope you'll share this video, and like I said, go to marchforlife.org. You can find those action items, and together we'll build a culture of life.
That's right.
So thanks.
Thank
Have
you.
a good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye.